Okay, in today's C++ programming class, now I would like to teach you about the constructors, C++ programming. These all classes are being conducted under my Lakshmi Narayan Krishna Foundation. Okay, these are free classes. Will be conducted thrice of a week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sharply at 8 p.m. Okay, so to support those students who are totally away of the network centers and they are not able to pay the money, means they are not affordable to pay the money for expensive courses. Okay, so in this today's class we will try to understand constructors in C++. What are constructors? So generally constructor is a special method. Okay, it is a special method which will be called automatically whenever an object is created for a class. Whenever an object created for a class, this special method constructor will be called automatically. So what is the way to create the constructor? So to create a constructor, we need to use the same name class. Okay, constructor name will be same as the class followed by parenthesis. Okay, that is very important. Huh? And this column. So let us see the code. This is the class keyword. Class is created, my class. You can keep your name, my name, xyz class name, but class keyword must to create a class. So my class is a class. So next, specifier, access specifier, that is public. Colon is very important. Then after, as it is class name to be used, this is the constructor. We have used the same class name followed by parenthesis. So now constructor created, constructor name is my class. This method, special method, will be called, this special method constructor my class will be called automatically when you create an object. This method just like a special method. Okay, so this is statement to display on the screen. Now class is closed. So under the main function for this my class object created, when object is created, that method, special method, will be called automatically. So we have created an object of my class. This will call the constructor automatically. No need to keep dot operator, object dot, no need to call object dot. That is what object dot your method. Okay, let us practice this code again. This is the code window. You delete all the code and write the code from the starting. This is the code window, this is the result window. Write the code like this. First include IO stream. Okay, that is the one library. So to work with all input and output objects using namespace, standard using namespace, standard is a library. Standard is a library which will be used the names to work with objects, variables and methods also. So now first of all we need to create a class. Class name is, take any class name, fruit. Okay, there is no any problem. Fruit and flower braces. So now here once this is the flower brace class to be closed with colon. Now inside of this class we need to first specify the access level, that is public. Public is the access level. What do you mean of this? All the data members of this class, all variables, methods, objects, they can be accessed outside of the class. This is the public access level. Next we need to create a constructor. Create a constructor here. How to create constructor? First we need to use the same class name followed by parenthesis. So class name is what? Fruit. Same, and then brackets means parenthesis. So what does it mean? Try to understand. So now your one constructor created. This constructor is a special method. Understood that? So whenever object is created, fruit is a constructor for the fruit class. It is a special method. So this will be called whenever you create an object, automatically called. Okay, inside of this, whatever the statement, okay, fruits are so tasty. Okay, this is the statement. So this statement will be called automatically when object is created. Now constructor is done. Now come to the, that is what, now you need to create your object. Okay, int main, in this main class, main method, inside of this we need to create an object. Object for what? Object for that construct, the class. Okay, now under this, how to create object? First class name. What is our class name? Fruit. And then object, create any object. Object obj fruit. Okay, so object created for fruit. Now what happened at the end of this return statement? That is very important. Return 0. What does it mean? Return 0 means this is the last statement, then after there is no any statement. This is the code we have written here. Okay, understood that? So now if I run this code, what happened? Let us see. This statement will be called. This statement, fruits are so tasty. So now try to understand what I am saying here. I will explain line by line. Okay, so that code, I want to keep all the code at one place so that I will explain very easily so that you can understand. See what happened here. So this is object fruit. This is the object created for the fruit class. Okay, so whenever object is created, this constructor special method, that method name is fruit. Don't confuse here. This is fruit. Fruit is a class created with the class keyword. Constructor, what is the rule to create a constructor? We need to keep the same name of the class followed by parenthesis. Now constructor created. Within this constructor is special method. Within this, whatever the statement we have mentioned here, that will be called. Okay, without calling, automatically called once object is created. Okay, so generally what we will do, we will call that method like this: object fruits dot what? Method name. Method name is what? Fruits. Okay, we will call like this. Generally we will call like this, na? So no need to do like this. Okay, so that is called a constructor. And what are the rules of constructor? Rules to create a constructor. Constructor has the same name as the class. That is very important. As the same class name, the constructor name should be equal to class name. It has no any return type. Okay, it will not return anything. Okay, no, even though if you return void also, no, it will not return anything. It is usually declared public. Always it is declared as public. It is automatically called when object is created. Okay, so in next class I will explain constructor with parameters. Constructor is very important. You need to understand why, what is the reason why we need to create the constructor. That is very important. Okay, constructor nothing but it is a special method automatically called when an object of a class is created. Okay, so what is the use of this? Is the next class I will explain parameters, constructor. Okay, what is the use of constructor? Why constructors are useful? Constructors run by themselves when create an object automatically. They set things up so everything is ready right away. So means constructors, they are very useful in the programming. Okay, so they will be called automatically when you create an object. Okay, so they will set the things. Okay, they will set the things, everything will be ready. Okay, so you need not to supervise anything. It will ensure that all the things are going well. So constructors, creating the constructors is the right way in the programming. That is the right way in the programming. Yeah? So do practice yourself. Always creating constructor, that is the right way, that is the good practice.